10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
Those that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight a cry was heard, "The bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him."
Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise virgins, "Give unto us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out."
But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them and sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went out to buy, the bridegroom came. And those that were ready went in with him to marriage, and the door was shut.
And afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. But he answered, saying, Verily, verily, I know you not.
Watch, therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh.
Nestled in a grove of trees at the top of a steep hill there was a shop, and every person who toiled up the path to the top came for the same reason, to buy oil. The shopkeeper was a young man with thick brown hair. His large hands were strong but gentle. He spent much of his time sitting at a woodwork bench, carefully sculpting small oil-burning lamps. It was his tradition to give one of these lamps to every person who moved into the village. Each lamp was meticulously crafted, and each was different from the others. Some were round, others were oval. Some were made of ordinary clays and other of terracotta. Some were perfectly smooth, while others had an intricate design tooled into the surfaces. But all of them held oil, and all of them produced light. The shopkeeper carefully sculpted each lamp to complement a quality he hoped each woman would develop within herself. With time and effort, each could become
a woman of the Scriptures,
a woman who takes the Spirit for her guide,
a woman who keeps the commandments,
a woman who respects sacred things,
a woman of humility,
a woman who is loyal,
a woman of service,
a woman who diligently prepares,
a woman of prayer,
a woman of grace, personal conversion, and holiness.
With her lamp, each woman was given a choice. She could use her gift carelessly, foolishly thinking she had plenty of time to prepare, or she could use her gift at all times and in all things and in all places. The shopkeeper reminded each woman to return to his shop often. The tiny flame the lamp produced could not be maintained without an ongoing supply of oil, and the lamp maker's shop was the only source of oil in the village. But the path to the top of the hill was steep, and the journey took time and effort. Those seeking oil would arrive at the lamp maker's shop at all times of the day or night, and each was met with a warm welcome no matter the hour. The shopkeeper's brown eyes would light up as the lamp owner came through the door, and he would always set his work aside to visit.
Everyone knows his face, the shopkeeper on the hill. All through the night, the light in his window burns as he works the clay, and everyone waits to see the lamp he's designed for her, carefully crafted, perfect and to be just as unique as she, a sculptor of her soul, a vessel to hold the precious oil she needs. she takes the time to remind her to return, so her lamp will always burn with the oil he freely gives. It holds the light to light her path. He hopes she'll bring it back, that only he can feel. His door is open still, the shopkeeper on the hill.
One of the first women to receive a lamp from the shopkeeper was Eliana.
I use my lamp to light up the dark corners of my tiny home. When evening comes, I often sit next to the glow from the lamp and read from my favorite books. When I'm finished, I often wrap up in a warm blanket and just sit and watch the flame flicker and dance. My lamp has brought me joy and celebrations, and it has brought me comfort in times of sorrow and disappointment. The constant light guides me through change and has given me courage to face my hours of greatest darkness. Even now, after all these years of use, the flame still burns as brightly as the day the lamp was made.
My lamp was the first that he made, thoughtfully sculpted in pale yellow clay, strengthened by fire and refined, shaped and prepared to endure
worried for Ashira because she was always so rushed and hurried. He watched her run in and out of her house all day long. Half the time, she had to run back for her shoes. Most of the time, she forgot to take her lamp. He knew of her great responsibility as a teacher, healer, mender, and caregiver, but he also knew the concerns of her heart.
Most days, it is all I can do to get myself dressed in the morning. As soon as the sun comes up over the mountain, I get right to work. On one hand, I feel as though I mean everything to everyone. On the other, I feel I never get anything accomplished. Sometimes I look at the shop at the top of the hill and think, today will be the day. Between doing the dishes, scrubbing the floors, reading to the children in the village, and making the trip to the market, I will find time.